Hello everybody, welcome in. Let's change this angle. Okay, so I can't change the angle. Oh. Hey guys. How are you all? Say hi. How are we? We're here to do a Divine Feminine check-in. So I'll get a few more people in the chat and then we will get started. A bit earlier than usual. It's been a long day. A long day. Where are we going to start? We're going to start with it. Oh, cool. Hey. We're here to do a Divine Feminine reading. So we're going to see what the check-in is, see how people are, see what's going on, see what's out there, see what we need to know. There might not be anything, who knows? There may be something, there may be nothing. But we won't know till we try. Hello, Jojo. You're welcome. Nobody had seen you, so I was like, oh, okay. And when I commented, I was like, oh, no, we haven't seen Jojo, I haven't seen Jojo. So I thought, let me just send an email and make sure that he's alive and kicking. Well, that is what I've been doing, changing the course of the pathway I've been on and setting up a new pathway. Oh, I like that. Good Mojo. Oh, what a good name. Is that doing cards? Is that doing, like, creating the cards, I'm presuming? Because that's what you do, isn't it? Graphic design. I can't wait till they come out. I love cards. I think I've got 12 tarot decks. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 20 oracle decks. Yeah, I've got about 20 oracle decks and I've got 12 tarot decks. So it's took me this long. Hi, Cindy. Hi, sweetheart. I was going to message you, but I know you had a late one yesterday, so I thought she may just be sleeping and resting, so I've let you carry on. I didn't want to disturb your peace today. And I have had a very productive day. As you can see, we are in my new little bourgeois. I don't even know what that means, but it's a word I've just made up and it sounds really good. I've been putting up shelves and doing pictures. You'll have one more soon, ma'am. Oh, thank you. I love them. I really do. I can't wait. I get so excited. I've been putting up, look, I even got all my crystals now on display with my chakra healing and yeah. Today was the first day of my children officially being out of the education system. I took that leap, took them out. I'm doing a reading. Shut the door. Thank you, darling. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you had. I thought, you know what? It's one of those. It's been really productive for me today. I writ out a list. The air is in me in this North Node. Now I know what I'm supposed to do. It's kicked my ass, literally. So I have a whole now section for work that is completely separate, that I can focus in on doing what I'm doing. Be a little bit more professional, if you know what I mean. And in the next couple of days, I shall get down to the nitty-gritty of understanding and learning how to be a teacher. Something that was quite daunting. And I thought, well, I'm already a teacher of such with a shadow side. That's what I do. I found it very natural. Education and me didn't mix. So you have to challenge yourself. And I don't agree with the education system to a large sum. So I thought that's the path I was going down, and that's the path I took. I embraced it. I had a tower moment over the weekend, considering and doing with my car. Governmental things, issues. So I went with the flow. I know. I've really focused in. I have files, I have paper, I have envelopes here, I have my tarot books, I have my crystal healing, I have my Buddha shelf with my cards and my display section here. I have my favourite picture which says chase your dreams, and it's made out of stones and pretty little flowers. We've got it going on, Cindy. We've got it going on. It's time to focus and really aim for where you want to be. Can you shut the door? I'm doing a reading.
It's my bedtime.
Nearly your bedtime, yes. Can you go now and shut the door, please? Take the puppy with you.
Huh?
Take the puppy with you. Out and shut the door. Watch your cord's going to get stuck. Pull it with the handle. Pull it, please. Little men. Oh, sorry. Did I miss? Well, I missed a comment there, didn't I? Well, I've been that productive today. I've poured myself a glass of Jack Daniels. Cheers. Cheers to new beginnings. Cheers to taking the leap of faith. Cheers for standing in your divine feminine energy and making things happen in a flow. Resisting the temptation to be my masculine energy. Thank you, Cindy. I'm not a big drinker. I think I've had that bottle of JD. My son, my daughter, and me had a little drink at Christmas. It's been, I think it was bought back in November. A what? A Labvullion. What kind of drink is that? Is that brandy? Is that whiskey? I like whiskey if it's okay. We've got a sex bot in here. Blesh Haze. Fucking sex bots. Will you naff off? How do I hide user? What is that? What drink is it? Is it like brandy? Is it whiskey, or is that just what it's called? I've never heard of it. Is it a wine? Is it a spirit? What is it? I'm a brandy drinker by rule. But I do like a Jack Daniels. It's got an echo of spice to it. Thank you, Cindy. And he says to you, didn't I? I think I manifested it. I've never had... Hi, the goods. Hi, darling. I only says the other day, oh, I don't get those kind of... I don't get trolls and sex bots. Single malt scotch. Oh. Do you have it imported in? I bet that can cost a pretty penny. Shipped over to... Alabama. I can't even say Alabama. Every time I say Alabama, I have to sing Sweet Home Alabama. And you know what? I sing the and this is sound crazy, but I sing them. I used to know the real version, the original version, and since Eminem did 8 Mile, I sing that version. I start singing Sweet Home Alabama, and then it starts turning living home in a trailer. Mom, I'm coming home to you. Oh well. The redneck in in the song comes out in me. I can't help myself. I really can't. I try, but I can't help myself. That's it. Yeah. I love Tennessee Whiskey, and I love the song Tennessee Whiskey. Sweet as strawberry wine. Oh, I love that song. And I love the drink. The more I drink, the more I sing. Now, spirits make me connect to the spirits in a much bigger way. I've only had 2 tiny ones, but after 3, I'm tipsy. I've only had tiny ones. I haven't even had probably a full shot. Yes. Oh, yes. The real Bama version. I love it. I absolutely bloody love it. Are you going to put it on here from YouTube? Is it on YouTube? I'll listen to that later. Listen, I've even upgraded. I've got a laptop on my desk. Oh, yes. This bitch is rolling here. Yes, she is. Okay, let me see if I can... let's see if I can really work technology here. And see if I can... Yes, there I am. I might be able to have bigger comments. Yes, I can. I'm doing this. Oh, Cindy, you're going to be so freaking proud of me. Like, seriously. No, wrong one. Okay, expand that. How do I do? I'm not sure. War Eagle. The comments are here, but how do I? I can't see how to do the comments on that. I'm going to have to figure this out. It's a learning curve. Have I got something black on my phone? Oh well. Right, okay, I've been shuffling the cards for long enough. Let's see what's here for the divine message. Oh my. What have I said? What did I say? What did I... Howdy, Penny. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, War Eagle. It's the accent, isn't it? Yeah. Here and now. Why is it always the same cards? You know when the energy is like... See, it's all about here and now. It's not about the past. Oh, the fates. Thank you, my darling. I have been working on self. My feminine energy's really been exploding today. My back is absolutely in bits. Luckily, I got my kids to do the hard shifty grafting. And I just did little bits. But yeah, I'm really embracing this, and I have no school runs because, like I've said, there's a bit. My children are now homeschooled. Oh yes, they are. Oh yes, they are. Homeschool children living in my truth be told again, an unfinished symphony. Oh, what is that all about? So, let's get the book. I've got a little shelf here with all my shit on. I feel really like executive. Probably could do with cleaning my glasses, mind you. Okay, so the fates are here. And it's a card of number 17. Number 17. Right, okay. Let's see what is in store for us divine feminines today. See what the energies are saying. Oh, Unfinished Symphony, sung by Massive Attack. Good one. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that one then. I think I've heard of that one. Massive Attack. Aren't they something from the 90s? I'm a 70s born girl, me. So I'm sure I remember that name, Massive Attack. Okay. So what is this card? The essential meaning of this card of the fates is fate, karma, acceptance, and there are things you cannot change, and knowing what these things are. Okay, the oracle message. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences. All these may be fated. They are preordained by spirit for a greater purpose of which you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events are occurring or have occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with those events, and your current circumstances have to teach you these lessons. This is the wisdom contained within the Serenity Prayer. Oh, I like that. The relationship message for this card is other people are who they are. Good Crayola set. It gives me good Crayola for my eyebrows. That's all right, Miss Cindy. Okay, so the message behind this for relationship. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and try not to make them otherwise suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view and how they should be. Hello, Gypsy Bones. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people and fit into the view of how they should be so you can remain in a relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if that means that you must honor yourself, spirit, and another person by moving on. Love unconditionally. For each of us is here on our own journey. We cannot direct that onto one another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. That is a perfect message for the twin flame here. So it's basically saying, with the Fates card, you cannot change the course of what's happened. You may not understand why. And if you do, great. But the people that are around you and the person that is within your love relationship, or the person that you want to connect with, or the person who is connected to you, may be on a course that is not validated and is not for you. So in that case, this is the time to focus on you. Yes, you are fated to be together. Yes, this connection was ordained. Yes, there is a soul contract far deeper than you are ever meant to understand. But the spirit does not give you something that it doesn't know that you cannot handle. These contracts that we are here to serve now are ones that we opted in for the greater good of all of humanity and for releasing karmic cycles of our past. This is the exact reason why learning your north and south nodes is fantastic, because you'll know where you've come from, and that way you'll have insight as to where you're going. It will change your direction. This is what I've done for me. Exactly. Oh, well, in that case, then that's the song for the reading. Massive Attack, Unfinished Symphony. And what was it called? Did you say Unfinished Symphony? I don't even know what you said. Yes. And what's the card we've got here? Unfinished Symphony. So, with that confirmation of that song there, Jojo, that's what we're going to call. And it's a 10. An ending is here. Cycle has completed and we're moving on to a new cycle. We've come out of that masculine side of ourselves, and we've healed the dark side of the connection of who we are to self to a certain degree, and we're ready to move forward and transform. So let's get this one, because that sounds fabulous. Okay, unfinished symphony. Oh, she looks a very eclectic kind of person. Oh, I like her style. Okay, you're moving. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Okay, unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, a lack of closure, the need to make amends. This is a time to tie up those loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. This was underneath the deck. Or project of mastery. Before you can move forward, it is important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practical, radical acceptance. Take inventory so that the emotional and physical closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a very high note. So, as the fates stated, and here and now is focusing on here and now, truth be told, and symphony. They are all basically saying, divine feminines, you're in this process now of accepting that you will not know why things didn't come into completion right now. Is the connection that you're in, and is your destiny preordained? Yes, it is. Was the fate destined, and is it still destined for you to meet? Yes, it is. There just might be other things that you need to focus on. So you might have to close out cycles right now. You might not understand why, but Spirit is calling you to say, this is exactly what you need to do. Are you ready to take that lesson to walk away from the very thing you want the most and focus on where you should be going? And if that's the case, for me, what I see is then you are ending the unfinished symphony on a high note, and the truth will be told. Live in the here and now. Okay. I found while I was dealing out my bedroom, no, I wasn't dealing out my bedroom, while I was clearing out my bedroom, I found a deck of oracle cards that I hadn't used for such a long time, and they're healing cards. And this is when I found these, I thought, okay, there's a reason why I found these now. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to get what the healing message is for the divine feminine in the energy of understanding we have to tie out circles, tie out the last few bits of information or processes, tie up those loose ends, because fate is here. Fate, luck and destiny and karma is at play. Okay, 3 fell out, so I will take all of them. We have the wolf. We have automobile, and we have hair. The message behind all of them, I'm going to give you a brief message. The dream wolf may be reflecting subconsciously aggressive personal traits, possibly triggered by the fear of the adverse events. So if you have a fear of walking away, or a fear of the unknown moving forward, there could be triggers coming into you. This is a time on reflecting them, because subconsciously what you don't realize, those are traits that you have to walk away from. This is triggered by fear. This is the lone wolf, the angry wolf, the negative wolf in the deck. Automobile. Okay, well, that's quite fitting for me, being though I had mine clamped and took away this weekend, didn't I? Car dreams often represent your journey through life, which sometimes needs some stability to get things back on track. Slow down, look around, take stock of where you are and where you are going. Finally, hair. Be kind to yourself. Take time to work through problems and seek out those who love you and will boost your self-esteem. If you have neglected your dream hair, you may be failing to satisfy your inner needs. So this is the time to take care of your beauty. This is a time to invest some of that emotional loving into yourself and really take time to a lot of people are saying the transformation and a lot of divine feminines are changing their hair, changing what's going on, really accepting their inner beauty. Live within the femininity of who you are. As I sit here with my hair screwed up in a bobble because I have not made 1 ounce of effort today. Who cares? I can do that tomorrow. I've got a nice little second face growing here. Okay, so we're going to have some love messages and then we will go into the tarot. Okay, messages for the divine feminine. Messages for the divine feminine. The divine feminine of the energy. Cleanse. Oh, that sounds amazing, Penny. Cleanse. Let go of what no longer serves a purpose in your life. Cleanse out. Tie up the knots. Hi, Angelica. Oh, Angeline. I can't even say. Every time you come on. Angelia. I don't know why I wanted to sing the Sound of Music song then. Okay, never mind. And we have the Hope card. Don't give up. Whatever you do, divine feminine, you have to walk away from things, tie up the loose ends, and this is perfect for why you are doing what you're doing. It's kind of like, it's almost like Spirit is saying, I know what you want, and you've worked absolutely fantastic. Do you trust me enough? Do you have enough faith in me? Even when you're blind to this, do you have enough faith to walk forward in the divinity? I've not led you wrong so far. When you find your inner light, you find peace. And by walking away, the divine will give you something. And I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. I've just been guided to look. I don't know what it is. I'm showing you first. And the divine is going to give you a leg up, a helping hand. This leg up card is connected to communities. It's connected to your spiritual family, your tribe, your soul tribe. By walking away and accepting and trusting in the divine, even though you can't see why, you don't know why. The message for me is very much clear. Divine feminines, no matter how you feel right now, you have to find that inner strength. We've been through that dark shadow of the soul. We've been through the hardest part. And this is kind of what I would class as, you know, when you get to the end of a pregnancy and you know that 40 weeks is up. And you get to the end and it's almost like, I just can't wait for it to be over. I can't wait for it to be over. I can't wait for it. And you're not enjoying the experience of finally being able to have a bath without a baby under your feet. By having food without having it to go cold because the baby's decided that it needs to bath, have food and shit its nappy. By being able to go shopping without taking 4 hours to leave the house. The anticipation of the end goal is so much within you, and the impatience of it coming. You miss the last beautiful days, and you miss that energetic time of really healing and relaxing and allowing the process to go through. We're going into retrograde. So this is calling for you to have faith. The reason it hasn't come right now is because the Spirit is saying it is not your time. And that is okay. And when the time comes, by releasing, giving it up, tying up those loose ends and having no stone unturned from the past, closing the doors and ready to move forward, the divine can bring something in that is going to greatly give you some kind of better and new beginning. It is getting hard. And that is the moment where a lot of these divine feminines will give up. It's the moment where the devil energy gets into you and you think, fuck it, I'm just going to go back to how I was. But you can't unsee what you know. Exactly. Patience is the only phrase I've ever really stood by, is patience is a virtue. And sometimes I wish I hadn't got that virtue. Keeping the faith. And it's not even having the faith in such a big dramatical, it's that taking that one step, getting up today and just brushing your teeth, getting up today and doing your hair, doing something that is a moving action, will motivate you to do something else. This is a time not to be sitting in your bed procrastinating, being over emotional and sitting in those dark energies. Even if it's a case of putting your feet on the floor, brushing your teeth, making yourself a bagel, sitting outside with a cup of tea, even if it's only to walk to the local park with your dogs, or go and get a newspaper. And I don't read newspapers, I don't even know why I said that, but you know, have a tiny little outside energy on your own. Do something different. Clean out your drawers in your kitchen. Clean out those shitty rubbish collection drawers that you've got. I've got 3 drawers under my desk and they're just full of shit. And today I've completely turned around the room that I'm in. This is all what you needed to do. This is all part of the process. Yeah, and that's the moment of releasing. When you feel as though you can't take no more, talk to your guides, cry out to them, scream to them, beg them to show you a path, bring them to bring somebody forward that's going to give you the message for you to understand, I can do this, and there is something better. And if that has to be through me or through somebody else, then take that warmth of love and know the angels are with you, and the message that you needed to receive is here for you to hear. All you have to do is be open and receptive to hear it. And sometimes that's all we need. If you haven't got a circle of friends, I haven't got a circle of friends here in the UK. I really don't. If you want to go for that meal, take yourself, get your hair done. Go for that meal, even if it's to pick a bag of chips up, or a Greg's, or a Wendy's, or whatever it is, and go and sit in the park, feed the ducks and be by yourself. It's okay. It's there for a reason. Tie up the loose ends of the past, because the future is about to step into play. But we're in that pause moment, because with things going in, with Mercury going in retrograde, new things cannot grow and start in retrograde. So there would be absolutely no point in the universe putting things in your path right now. For why? 6-7 weeks time, them to walk out and leave? Do you want that? How long have you been on this journey? How long have you had the faith? And yes, it's the hardest last few months of a pregnancy before the birthing of a new thing, before the seeds pop out into the ground. And this is where you have to be right now. And if things are not suiting you, and whoever you're connecting with, if they're not moving with you, it is the time to say, I love you unconditionally. But I understand that unconditional love means I deserve better than to be treated the way I'm being treated in this connection. And I'm going to take my path, and I'm going to walk forward. And I know I'm strong, and I know I can move forward on my own, because I know I'm blessed with a better future, because the past has not served me well. And by doing that, the universe is going to congratulate you and really push you forward and really excel you to a level that you didn't even realize was going to come in, let alone could possibly exist for you right now. So on that note, I'm going to get some love messages, and then we're going to do the tarot. And then we will see what is in store for the Divine Feminine. Just one card, Divine. Give us one card. Give us one card. Hello, my beautiful Andrea. Thank you all for staying here through my little ranting. That's it. And sometimes you see people are so used to being in the victim energy, they don't want healing. They want your energy of accepting that they need it. And it's a very draining energy. They become energy vampires. And the fact that we are empaths, thank you, my darling. The fact that we are empaths, we believe we can fix everybody. And the worst trait about that is sometimes you'll fix somebody else to the detriment of losing who you are. That is not divine. That is not what you was here for. You have to recognize that. You have to protect your energy, because without that, who's here to save you? As we all know quite clearly, many a times in our lives, we've been in situations where we've needed somebody and you turn around and there is nobody there. When you accept that that is okay, because that's the moment you become your true self. That's why you've had so many dark moments. That's why you've had so many lonely times. That's why you have always been there for somebody else and there isn't nobody there for you. Because you have to look within and have faith in the above to understand that there is so much more out there for you. But all you have to do is take that step forward and not feel guilt or shame for leaving somebody in your past, regardless of love, regardless of how long you've known them. Because if people aren't willing to help themselves, you cannot. You are not here to understand their journey. You are here to understand your own. And karma will drag you in. Exactly. And that is the moment where you know, if you are at the end of your tether and you feel as though you cannot even take one step forward, then you have to step away, cut off, take those ties, take those scissors. And even if you can't give the explanation because it's too much, change a number, block them. Whatever you need to do, if you're not strong enough because they've drained you and depleted you that much that you know, if you was to try and say, look, I really need to step back, and you know it's going to cause an argument and they're going to come in and drain, it's okay. Yes, it does hurt, but it hurts harder to stay in something that is not good for you. It hurts your soul and your future. You are losing your future by staying in the past, trying to help somebody else that isn't willing to help themselves. And when you stop helping them and enabling them to be the victim, they finally understand the strength of the energy that you gave them. And they'll do one of two things, and I promise you this. As Divine Feminine, who's been on this journey, in and out connection, in union connecting, in and out, without realizing where the healing was and what it was doing, for 12 goddamn years. 12 years. Now with the understanding, acceptance from the last year and a half, and really the last 8 months, really going into that high divinity part of who I am, I fully understand and understood what I'm here for and the connection. And I understand that these have to come back. Oh, okay. Biden's call. Did you just say something about Biden? Exactly. And sometimes you have to call on, and we don't know how to ask for help, do we? We find it very derogatory, very shameful. Like they're not going to want a burden. I don't want to burden them. I don't want to be a burden. I'm not worthy of somebody else helping me. Business. Somebody else helping me. But you are. You're worthy of that. You really are. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. And what did I say? This connection is fated, twin flames. This is a fated connection. Karma and destiny. Exactly. I felt shame. I felt plenty of shame in my past, in my dark side. Through drug addictions, through abuse, of sexual, of physical, of staying in those situations because I didn't know how to get out, because I had no self-worth. And then living with the shame and the guilt and the worry that somebody's going to find out where I've walked, what I've done, where I've lay. Shame is a jail we lock ourselves in. And when you give that up, nobody can hold you down anymore. It's shame and guilt are ball and chains that we carry around our feet that nobody else can see. Cut the ties. Let it go. You deserve it. And fate and karma is calling you to step forward. You cannot lose what is meant for you, regardless. But you can make a better life for you. And it's okay to walk away from somebody no matter how much they need you. Because you need you. The only person in this world you should never lose is yourself. Because you cannot replace yourself. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. Okay. Let's get some tarot. Let's get the exciting bit going. What's going on? Which one we going with? Let's go for the old glory faithfuls, and then we will clarify for my new, for the new shiny ones. Okay. So for the divine feminines of the collective that are going into this retrograde energy, whether you're on the new cycle and completely and utterly depleted, or whether you're on a different level of the same cycle and about to transform, all this is about transformations. It just depends on what level you are on. But we are all divine feminines here to learn and help and heal and walk away from things. And the first time round it's hard, the second time round it's hard. Sometimes 5 times round I've been round this, in and out, in this last year. Until now, you get to the point where I focus in that much on my work. I don't really care. And it's not caring in the wrong way. It's I'm not giving my energy to something that I don't see growing with me. So that part of the caring no longer exists within me. You can be the big boss man. The big boss man. With that hat that you wear, Jojo, that's definitely some kind of hierarchy, senior, CEO, adventurer, whatever you want to call it. That just screams something of ornate, ordained valor, like the Vikings. It's very rich and powerful. Okay. The heart of the matter, the overall energy for the divine feminines is the Star card. Learning to replenish and feed yourself. Finding the wish fulfillment in this overflowing emotional turmoil of water that we are surrounded in, with an understanding and the third eye open and the wheel in the sky that is turning for us. So the overall energy is the Star card. Fabulous divine feminine. What is in your recent past? Your recent past is the Hierophant. So in your recent past, you finally relinquished. It came in reverse. So if I take it in the reverse, is you've been fighting the spiritual path to walk forward. You've been fighting the messages from whoever you call your creator, whether that's God, Jesus, Almighty, the spirits, the angels. You haven't been listening. You haven't been receptive in the past, in your recent past. You're fighting against listening to your intuition that was given to you from the divine. Where are you going, divine feminines? Where are you going? What is coming next? The Knight of Swords. Yes, good girl, good girl. Where are you going? Wherever you're going fast. We have the Knight of Swords moving forward with truth, with clarity of self. Donning that horse. And with that gallop leading forward, you've taken that stride, you're going to take that leap, and you're moving out of a situation with truth. Look at the light that's glowing from that sword and the warmth of the pink and the purples in the background. That's the auras of love and of understanding and of awakening. There's no darkness here other than the silence of the glow of the night sky. That is a beaut. I love the colours on that. I love the colours on that. Bottom of the deck. You're walking away from illusions, from choices, from bad decisions, from things that didn't grow, from things that didn't make sense. What will the outcome be in this situation for the Divine Feminine in the energy that she is feeling today? Where's she going with a final outcome? We have 2. Page of Cups and then the 6 of Cups. So the Page of Cups speaks about taking a step, giving the message. You might not have it all planned out, but where you're going, you're going to take that little cup that you do have, that bit, that one cup that you're carrying is your one cup. It might not be an overflow of joy just yet, but you're taking it and you're not going back. Then we have the 6 of Cups. So you're taking it back to something. So you could be reminiscing here in the future. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So that little cup will grow into this Ace of Cups. This, for a Divine Feminine, for a Twin Flame card, is the Twin Flame. This tells me, by following your spiritual path and by moving forward, you're either going to come into union with yourself, or the person from your past that you're so connected to is going to feel the separation. And this, for me, is kind of confirmation that there's going to be, yeah, look, see the 6 of Cups. You've got this cat at the bottom seeping and peering through, watching you live this childlike energy of nostalgia. Okay, so what's the heart of the matter? The heart of the matter is the Empress. So the heart of all this is the Empress. So we have the Star, we have the Empress. And what's crossing the Empress? The 5 of Cups. The energy of, I give up. I can't do this no more. Sadness, depletion. But what you don't see behind you is a 2 of Cups. So let's clarify. Let's clarify. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups, which is a over energy of joy and love and happiness, and this and with the Star card, the wish fulfillment coming in. This could be you. Those are on the first wave in, walking away to go to self, maybe going back home, going back to lands and places that you felt comfortable with, going back to a time before this hurt and this pain ripped you down. And for those who are on the elevation into union, this is you walking away, tying up the ties. Like I said at the beginning, the divine is asking you, do you trust me enough to walk away? Because if you do, I'm going to give you everything that you wanted. It's that blind faith that the divine is asking you to call, is calling you in for. And the 6 of Cups with the Ace of Cups, the Empress, and the Star, and the Star card. All we need is the Lovers. And for me, that would be an almost infallible twin flame, without a reading, without a shadow of a doubt that the past is coming back. For me, this is your energy alone is calling something in. And right now, the heart of the matter is you want to walk into this Empress energy. Even with the 5 of Cups hanging around. Bottom of the deck. There we go, look. Hi, Alban. We have the Empress again. That's double confirmation for me. Hi, everybody. Okay. Let's clarify these cards. Let's clarify these cards. Let's clarify. Okay. Clarifying the Star card with a Page of Wands. Receiving the message and finally moving forward. With a smile on your face. The energy of the Star card. By you fixing and doing. You're going to receive this positive energy and you're going to step out there no matter what you know, even on the beginning of a new cycle. And you're going to really embrace with happiness. The Hierophant in reverse is clarified by the 3 of Wands. Okay. In the past, in the recent past, you maybe was afraid and you were stalling to really walk this spiritual path. And this confirms the fear of walking away from this 2 of Wands energy. The choice was taken out your hands. I think the divine here stepped in and told you, and you followed that intuition, it's time to face forward. It's time to see where my new ship is coming. It's time to turn my back on the choices because I can't make the right choice, and the divine came in and gave you the option. And we also know here that the option forward is this Knight of Swords. Oh, yes, because look, somebody took the leap of faith. Somebody's willing to get the hell out of Dodge. Somebody's willing to make the leap, the joyous leap, into a new cycle, a new beginning, regardless of where they're going. Blind faith, having blind faith. And this came underneath the Star card. Blind faith by working on yourself and doing your own thing. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice. So by doing this, you're working on yourself, but you're holding something within. You've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So things are working out into a standpoint in the future where you're going to be sitting on things, working on things. It's not a time to move. The energy, you want to work on something. Work on who you are. Let's clarify. We have the Chariot. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 1111. Here it is. Here it is. We have the King of Wands. And we have the 5 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Justice. So there's going to be justice over. Things are going to move forward for you. This could be moving home, moving town, moving energy, moving away from things, moving away from the darkness, taking the standpoint of going within and going with the divine order of what things are and allowing the moving process, getting on that river and rolling down that river, as Tina so eloquently put it. Because I think with the Hierophant here, in the past, what you didn't do, what you were scared to do is really embrace your spiritual path and take it forward and follow your intuition. The 1111 is now here. Exactly. It's knowing what you want. It's not about giving the universe, I don't want this, I don't want this. It's telling the universe, I want this. So rather than having the negative energy and putting that out, well, I don't want somebody who cheats and I don't want somebody who's like this and I don't want somebody who's like that. It's, I want somebody who has integrity. I want somebody who has, who is emotionally available. Speak the words into existence that you want. If you speak the negative without even realizing, you're manifesting it. You're welcome, Shirley. Don't you worry. And here we have the 1111. This is spirit confirming, we have got you. We are putting this shield around you and protecting you while you're on your journey. You're on your step forward to union, whether that's of self or in the connection. And with the six, we've got the Six of Cups, we've got the Empress, and we've got the Four of Wands. The only one missing now is the Lovers. It's the only one missing. And you're going to do this with passion, with confidence. There's going to be a complete turnaround. There is going to be a complete turnaround. Somebody is going to stand in their power and they're going to glow. The energy of moving forward with this King of Wands. And you're willing to take the battle. You're willing to fight the battle. But don't worry about the battles coming in, because you've got justice. Justice is going to prevail and the sun is going to shine. Clarity is going to come in over the heartbreak. So you walking away. You walking away. Is going to help deal with this heartbreak and betrayal. And at that moment you walk away, you're going to get a message. The message is going to come in at the moment that you feel very happy in this Nine of Cups energy. Did somebody just take somebody out there? What was that about, Shirley? Christy's been fine in here all night. Was that an accident? Michelle. God bless you too, my darling. So you're going to get a message that somebody is completely besotted. No, I didn't see anything wrong either. What was that, Shirley? No, she's not a bot, darling. She's not a bot. She's been in here all day. She's been in here since the beginning. Oh, yeah, you've took the wrong one out. Undo what you've just done with Christy. You must have taken the wrong one out, darling. And the message is going to come in. So you standing in your power for me, you're going to have somebody give you some messages, the clarity over why this heartbreak happened. This is clarity over a heartbreak via message. Justice is going to come in. Yeah, I know. You must have pressed the wrong one by accident. Just unblock her from the block list. And it's going to happen the moment you're happily living forward. No, it wasn't Penny. Shirley accidentally took Christy out. There was a sex bot there and she took the sex bot out, but I think she happened to click on the wrong one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't worry. Yes, Divine Feminines. This is why you're tested now. This is why you're being tested, because you see, when your energy matches your Divine Feminine, let me explain how this works. If they aren't showing up fully correct, or they haven't shown up to the degree of what you want, and there's those little niggly things, by you cutting away from them completely, they have the energy to finally cut out the karmic energies that are around them. It's all right, my darling. Don't worry. I hope you're still in here, my darling. By you doing what's best for you, they do what's best for them. And by you trusting in the divine and moving forward, they do the same. It is a magnetic pole of energy. And you have to really embrace and take that leap and cut that last tie. Because if they aren't coming back full and correct, they're going to drag you back down. And you've come too far. Bottom of the deck for this one. Building, passionate beginning, forward. Yeah, look, see, both of them end. Both of these end in the 9. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Abundantly growing stuff. Being that fertile self that can make things happen. Happily being single, filling up your own cup. And the energy of the whole reading, because you took a leap of faith. The energy of the whole reading is the star. Remember, you are the star. You can do this for you. And you are worthy of it. 100% worthy of it. Nothing can take away what is ordained for you. Only you can delay it coming in by not living in your true divinity of self. That is the message here. So take the time of reflecting and going, oh, okay, so that's what it is. So where you're going forward is you're taking this cup forward and you're stepping forward. And we're going into retrograde, which is that past energy. So this person is going to be really heavily affected, or you could be really overthinking this situation in the retrograde. Hence the reason why we have to, yeah, you're carrying the burdens of it all, but justice is going to prevail, my darlings. Christy, it was an apology. She took the wrong one out by accident. She took the wrong one out by accident. I'm going to get a couple of answer messages while we're here. So yes, the energy is going to be very intense. And you see, as much as we're pulled in a direction, the divine masculines are being pulled the same way right now. Whether they're female or male, that is irrelevant. Masculine energy isn't about gender. It's about how you carry yourself, how you see the world, how you view yourself, and how you believe you have to fix and correct things. You're more than welcome, Michelle. You're more than welcome. You see, until you can do what's best for you, they will not. Why? You show people what you're worth in how you allow them to treat you. So if you're saying, well, I want the best for me, but I'm willing to accept you as you are until you're ready, then that's not doing what's best for you, is it? It's doing what's best for them, what you've always done. Yeah, and that's the thing, you see. By you overthinking that is a very dark mental strain. And what you have to understand is, if they do have somebody else, believe me, darling, they're doing you a favor. How is that so? Okay. When these divine masculines go to somebody else, they karmic. Karmics mean lesson. They are learning lessons about what they've done to you. And they will be served a heavy dose of karma. Could also be a clap, gonorrhea, whatever you want to call it. Served a dose of something that we don't want. And they have to understand that lesson because you was not able to do it. They was not able to do it. You was not strong enough to show them the lessons that they needed to see on how they treated you and how wrong it was. By you standing in your divinity and by them being with a karmic, they will learn lessons that they could never learn with you. And in the process, they will value you in a much higher ranking. You will become something that glows to them. They thought you was boring. They thought that you nagged. They thought you wanted too much. They thought that you didn't give them what they needed, what they wanted, what they craved. And they run off for excitement and drugs and sex and rock and roll to find that this woman was either very needy, drained them, or they thought they was going to get a money value thing over there, but they never got the love. Now, when you start walking in your divinity and you start self-loving, they realize they want that self-love too, but from you. And they start realizing, you're the only one I loved. Exactly. Follow and they will lead. Energy is connected through the polarity of magnetics. If a magnetic's highly charged, you push away the divine masculine by chasing after him. The second you balance things out, your magnets turn. And rather than coming, two magnets try and get together and they're in their shadow side. So imagine the bottom of a magnet is a shadow side and the top of the magnet is the high vibration. When you get together, both of you are connected. So you're stuck. After this connection meets, both of you start to mold. But what connects is the negative energy between you two. You are there to emulate, to categorize and catalyst the dark shadows of each other. The divine masculine is normally somebody who is emotionally unavailable. He believes his value and his love is shown and given by the amount he receives. And you believe that your worth is how much you give, which ends up leaving you completely and utterly depleted. And no matter how much you try, you're pushing, and this energy, there is that gap that will never, ever get back together. You will never make that connection while you're both in your lower grade energy. So you have to part. And when you part, you start doing the healing and you start fixing. And then you start doing what you're doing. And then you have to come a full circle, which is the cycle, the wheel in the sky, the cycle of the world. You make a complete 360. So you're now dealing, the shadow sides that you hid underground are now up in view. They have been dealt with. They have been blessed with the divine energy of the universe. They are now aligned, which means that his magnet will automatically do the same. Because you're both in your shadow side. If the gap is too big, the shadow side is where we need to work. The more you walk out of the shadow side, the strength of the connection grows. Until one day, you then even out. You're not in your masculine, you're not in your feminine, you're not working from shadows. And this is why there's that push-pull polarity. And then one day you balance and they're kind of gliding. And they automatically, naturally come back in. The magnetic force between you two cannot be stopped, but it has to be understood. And when you understand it, it's almost like a light bulb moment. By dealing with you, you magnetically make them deal with themselves. It really is simple. The simplest solution is always right in front of you. By worrying about who they are with, what they're doing, why they're doing that, you're focusing on them. That's a shadow side. Work on yourself. Work on your shadows. Why are you so worried about that? What can you heal that made you believe that you was never worthy and you was only ever going to attract that kind of energy in? The moment you do, you transfer and you become the magician, and you see things from a different perspective. You walk in your divinity in a completely different level. And then you come back together. And then these two magnets, when they are finally healed, when you've got two magnets and the magnetic connection is so strong, you and nothing can ever tear you apart. But you can only get together when all of the the difference between a divine masculine and a catalyst divine masculine, as in a karmic divine masculine, is abuse. If you are being violently abused, if you are being, no, I'm not talking mentally, because they don't understand that they're doing the mentally, unless it's a narcissist, completely different subject. Sexual and physical abuse, your divine masculine, no matter how much he emotionally hurts you, no matter how many words come out his mouth and the actions he does, they will never, ever physically hurt you, be it sexual or violence, ever. You are a shadow of themselves. If you are being abused on those two levels, the person who is showing you this is the person who is going to catalyst you away from him to learn those lessons, to find your divine masculine. He was a karmic lesson for you to learn, to stand up, walk away, no matter what you lose. And that's where PTSD comes from. That's where displays of mental anguish come from, where we change who we become, and we become almost the abuser after an abusive relationship. I know, because I've been that person. Because your first idea is, I'm going to hurt them before they can hurt me, or I'm going to put up so much defenses, no man will ever lay his goddamn hand on me. And then you start talking to them with this fire and this anger and this pain and this anguish that you never had in the previous relationship, and you wear a false mask. You become something else. You become fiery, you become angry. You want to love this person, but you control them. You're violent in your words, even maybe physically violent, because you haven't healed why they treated you that way. And the blood of a relationship before, if it's not washed off your hands, when you walk into a new relationship, you take that blood and you pour that blood and you smear it onto the new person. In fact, then you become the abuser. You become the toxic person in the next relationship. And it's a cycle that will never, ever stop until you heal it. Exactly, which is why before you even think of ever stepping into another relationship, you have to understand that there was nothing wrong with you. You never done anything wrong to get abused the way that you did. You was just of such a gentle nature. This person almost had to make you. You see, you will never walk away from a connection that's very, very toxic until he does. And if that's the moment that you realize you have to walk away, then that is the moment that you break away. And you never, ever, ever look back. Ever. Good. Keep it stopped. Keep it stopped. Let me just pull you a card here, Kirsty, because I feel you just need a bit more of an encouragement here to know you're on the right path. This one's for Kirsty. She's going through the mill. Collective, can we send her some healing and some self-love to get her out of this dark situation, away from this toxic man? Give her the power of belief to understand that she can really get through this. Come on. Let's help her out here. Send some love her way. Let her see that she's not on her own. And this is why we have the community. You have soulmates coming in. We are your soulmates. You found a connection that is going to be completely and utterly good for your healing, your heart. Soulmates are people brought to you at the right time, almost guardian angels. You can have soulmates in your cats, in your children, in loved ones. But you can have it. You can have it. All you have to do is take that step. Be truthful to yourself and walk forward. And what you don't see coming when you do. 5 of Wands. You have the strength to battle through this. You're going to find some grounding energy. You're going to be able to protect yourself, because there's things you do not speak because of shame and guilt. What from? From your past, from this Six of Cups. Abundance is yours. Health is yours. Gratitude is yours. The future is very prosperous for you. You have a lot of options coming your way. All you have to do is believe that you're worthy of it. Thank you for coming in the chat today, Kirsty. It was very, very lovely to meet you. And I'm glad that you had the messages that you needed to receive. Good. And that is a beautiful thing, that you've raised children that are now going to be able to help you. Because what you don't understand is the abuse that you've suffered, unfortunately, does play on their energy. Once you heal yourself, you may find you have to go back and help heal the wounds that you lay upon your children by allowing them to see how little you valued yourself. I had to do the same. It's generational. It's cycles of abuse and of taking it. You're not alone. Look. You're not alone. There's love here for you. So that being said, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will come tomorrow and I will do the Divine Masculine's perspective on what's going on. And we will see what we're going to do. In the morning, I will do the normal morning message as usual. The Oracle message of love and inspiration, of where we should be in the spiritual realm. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the energy and the time with me. It's very much appreciated. And thank you so much for those 29 likes. It is possible, isn't it, Shirley? The second you recognize it, you understand it. It's almost like somebody comes in and just switches on a light bulb in your head and you go, how the fuck have I never known this before? Thank you for being here. And I hope you join me tomorrow, where we will go down the pathway of seeing where the Divine Masculine is. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Lots of love, warmth, light, unconditional love for the soul, for the tribe, my family here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening and namaste.